Today on the Chat and Chew Show.
March and breathe. We're still warming up, right?
Oh, really?
We got one more set.
Still
Then
the
we'll
warm
grab the hands once we're warm, right?
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise the roof. Are we ready?
With the cans or
Let's
no?
go. No hands.
Hey, Chat Tribe, are you ready for the summer? It's just around the corner, and if you're anything like us, you may be thinking to yourself, am I swimsuit ready? Well, on this very special episode of the Chat and Chew Show, we are getting fit for the summer with Coach AP Alston. Coach AP Alston is a certified empowerment, wellness, and holistic life coach and the founder, owner, and CEO of Uniquely Beautiful U LLC and U.B.U Wellness Oasis. Her holistic platform encourages women and girls to become their best selves by making positive lifestyle choices for the mind, body, and spirit. Coach AP is also a widowed mom of 2 amazing children who motivate her daily to pursue purpose despite the pain of life's circumstances. Follow her journey as she turns her pain into power and purpose and inspires others to do the same.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Chat and Chew Show. My name is Betty,
And I am Roxanne.
and we are excited that you are with us. As you guys, yay! I know. As you guys know, the Chat and Chew Show is designed to empower you to do your relationships better. But today we got a special episode because we were talking before we started recording. Summer's coming, and a lot of us have been in the house during this pandemic, and you know what we've been doing in the house? Grubbing away. And so our special guest today is going to give us some tips and some tricks and some tools and things to think about to get our bodies and ourselves in shape. So this is going to be a fun episode. So, hey, before we go to our break, I'd like for you to think about getting on some comfortable clothes because we're going to have you join in on a special exercise segment. So stay tuned.
Well, hello and welcome back. And as Betty mentioned, we have a special episode for you today, especially as Betty, we're going to be taking a break soon.
We are.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So in order to do that, we got to get you ready for summer. And our special guest here today, Coach AP Alston, is getting us ready. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, ladies. How are you all doing?
Good.
I'm excited to be back on the show.
Oh, so glad to have you.
We're glad to have you, but we're a little scared. We're not sure.
No worries at all. Nice and easy, nice and light, no worries.
What we about to get into, Coach. Do y'all see the?
We're good.
Okay.
Oh.
What? I don't know what I'm about to get into, but
We're gonna be good, Roxy. No worries.
it was such a pleasure having you here before.
Thank you so much.
Have you back. And so, I guess first things first, our mindset. Like, if we're going to get ready and try to get ourselves together, what is something we can do to get our mind right for the summer?
That's a very great question, right? Because oftentimes we think we have to just do physical first, and then we oftentimes neglect the mind, right? So I like to think of something very simple to remember. I like to put it into a word called mix, M-I-X, mix, M-I-X.
Yeah.
And with that, there's meditation, right? Or if you will, mind therapy, right? There's taking the time for you to just kind of center yourself and breathe. You know, there's some breath work involved. There's some positive affirmations involved when it comes to that meditation, right? There's some visualizing, right? To see yourself, to start with the end in mind, if you will, to visualize yourself. As we like to say, speak those things that are not as though they were, right? So you're speaking life to yourself in the areas where you may be challenged, right? And so that's that mix. That's the M for that mix. And that's the meditation portion of that. The second thing I like to think about is intentionality, right? So that's that MI. So the I is intentionality, being intentional with your thought processes, being intentional with your eating, being intentional with how you're presenting yourself to yourself first, right? And then to everybody else, because oftentimes we get in a mold or mindset of people pleasing, right? And so we want to be intentional not to do that. And all of this is holistic, right? Mind, body, and spirit. And so that's something we want to think about as well in that MI for that mix. The last thing is Xing out all negativity. MIX, Xing out all negativity, right? And really just focusing on positivity and what that looks like for you, the individual, because we know that this is an individual journey, right? We know that we're stronger together. Yes, absolutely. But certain things takes an individualized journey for you to be able to own it 100%. I mean, let's just be honest about that, right? And so just meditation, being intentional about it, and then Xing out any negativity and all that comes with the subs titles for that. So mix.
We remember last time, and we say this often, is like, we remember when you talked about waking up in the morning, that you start clapping.
Yes.
And
yes.
kind of get it going. I mean,
absolutely.
This mix can kind of get your brain going in that direction. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Just it's time to wake up and to get ready for our day. So
absolutely.
Yeah. And yes. I like work from the inside out. Like, I think a lot of times we tend to wake up and just go, okay, what do people need? And just start. And this is like from the inside out, that
right.
Your intention.
Yeah.
And then
absolutely.
I love it.
So as we know, we always say all the time that we can't pour from an empty cup, right? And so we have to be intentional about what we're placing in ourselves, what we're putting in ourselves, to be able to make sure that we are our best selves for other people, right? But we have to first be our best selves for us, first and foremost.
Yeah, this is good. So if I'm going to get ready for summer, it sounds like the first thing you're saying is inside out.
Absolutely.
Inside out. That has to be the first thing. I mean, that is huge, because a lot of times we start tackling, okay, let me eat right, let me exercise, let me do, we tackle all this, but it starts from here,
Right. And that mindset is so vital. See, this is the thing. Like I said earlier, we oftentimes we want to just focus on physical, right? First and foremost. The mind, think about it from this perspective. Let's say we're working out, right? And let's say our body is absolutely tired. We feel like we're absolutely done. We can't do anything else. If you tell yourself in your mind, I can do this, I'm going to finish strong. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. Right? Your body will begin to position itself to listen to what your mind has said, right? So mind over matter, right? And so that's that principle there. So we have to make sure that we're sharpening the mind first and foremost. And that starts from within. So that's why I'm a huge proponent of making sure that we're doing that first, with getting that mindset right, that growth mindset, right? So that's super important.
How important is it to be in a group of people who think like you think, or trying to think like you think?
Absolutely important. Absolutely important, because as we know that iron sharpens iron, right? And so if we're giving of ourselves to people, please hear me and hear my heart. If you're giving yourself to someone and they're only taking from you, they're leeching from you, then you're drained, you're exhausted, right? You've given all that you have to give. They're benefiting, but you're losing. So when you're in the company of people that are like-minded, that want the same thing, that have the same goals, you guys are sharpening each other, so you become better together, right? And so that's where the whole stronger together concept, I believe, comes from, because we're sharpening each other and we're able to, motivate each other through whatever is going on, right?
Because it doesn't help if I'm trying to eat carrots and you're eating chips.
And you know what, too, Betty, one thing that I've learned is that, I can only lead by example, right? I can only do my part, and each of us can only do our part with where we are in life, right? And sometimes it motivates people, and honestly, sometimes it deters people. So you have to be kind of careful where you are and what you say. And so I've learned to just kind of step back and just lead by example without saying, hey, don't eat that, so. You
Yeah.
know?
A few years ago, I was trying to really eat healthy. In fact, I was like I think I was either vegan or vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
I would be, we'd sit at the table with people and I'm like, what's in that? Is it? My husband finally had to say to me, you're not the food police, right?
Right, right.
But I think when you find a good thing, though, you're just like, you want
You want
everybody
to
to know
share
about
it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't come off as you're trying to be, just self-righteous and all that.
Right.
So I think lead by example is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach AP, one thing I noticed, like you always look so well put together.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
No, and I also like your business is called Uniquely Beautiful You. And
Yes.
so can you just like share a little bit about like how important it is to, I guess, like take that pride in how you look, even if you're not like the person who gets the nails done or whatever, just whatever it is that makes you feel good in that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've learned just through the years that when you look better, you feel better. Right. And so I remember I was doing something with one of my sisters and I curled my hair, right? I wasn't feeling good that day. And I was just like, I'm gonna just curl my hair so I can feel better. And it literally, as I was curling my hair, I mean, I'm crying. I mean, I'm having a moment. It was one of those days, but I'm curling my hair though, but I'm wiping tears and I'm curling hair, but it made me feel so much better. Right. And so I do believe that when you look better, you just feel better. And so, from an external standpoint, that's how I look at it from that particular perspective. From an internal standpoint, I do believe that your beauty shines, outwardly, but it comes from within, right? And so you radiate what you are from the inside out, right? And so that's why it's so important to make sure that we're good on the inside, so that way it truly does radiate on the outside, no matter how we're feeling, because we're going to go through emotional, bad days. We're human, right? Especially when you've been through trauma in your life. Sometimes it just, as people say, it hit a bit different, right? So on certain days it just hits a bit different, okay? But when you're still taking time out, you might be having a moment, you might be going through a moment, and that's normal and it's natural. But when you are still taking the time for yourself and that self-care, it really does show.
Yeah.
So I believe it's truly important.
Yeah. I like what you said, you look, when you fix up on the outside, you feel better, which makes you act better.
Absolutely.
That inside can affect how you act in the world. So you
absolutely
like a cranky, crazy person.
Right.
Wrecking everybody.
Right.
So I think the lesson is here: curl your hair. You feel better, which will make you better.
Right. Or braid it or just do something, and
it or something.
Right. Do something. Put on some lotion, what I'm saying? Just something, just get the little ash, what I mean? Just get them fingers, you know. You know what I'm saying? The little elbow. Get the elbow, girl. Sis, get the elbow, sis. Yeah. So
So we want to be our best selves in the world. So we talked about mindset. Now let's talk a little bit about eating.
Yeah.
Which is like almost a bad word. So
yeah. This is tough. This is a tough one because, oftentimes people say, "But I want to lose weight. I want to lose this weight. So I'm going to take these pills. I'm going to do, something other than starting in the kitchen." But we have to realize that 80 to 85% of weight loss starts in the kitchen. And so that's not to say that you have to eat grass, and alfalfa sprouts, and carrots every day. But that's just to say that you want to make sure that you're eating a balanced meal, right? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and some snacks in between that have those nutrients, the fiber that you need, the nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins, the antioxidants, to ward off free radicals within your body, right? Because those things are majorly important. And so if you're eating breakfast, maybe you want to do a smoothie, something as simple as spinach, strawberry, banana, and add a little bit of coconut milk or almond milk.
Okay.
Simple, right? If you want to add an apple, a sliced apple and peanut butter to that, but it doesn't have to be so intense, that we're feeling like I can't eat anything healthy because I have to, go get organic this and organic that.
I think
listen.
more than
Mhm.
that, it's the taste. Because we're used to eating,
Right.
whatever waffles or whatever in the morning, and then you like,
Yeah.
oh, healthy. And sometimes in our minds, eat healthy means cut out all bread, cut out all, pasta,
Right.
cut out,
Right.
kind of thing. But
It's just a balance. That's
yeah,
it. It's a balance. I think sometimes, like I said, we get things a little, misconstrued sometimes because, like you said, we feel like we can't eat certain things. But if you balance it out, you'll be fine. For me, my body type, I don't do a lot of pastas and breads and carbs because I will blow up, like literally swell up, like literally swell up
wow.
from the carbs.
Mhm.
And so certain body types, certain blood types, it depends on, it's a whole, if you look it up, it's a whole research on body types and in certain foods that we shouldn't eat and so forth and so on, and blood types and certain foods that we shouldn't eat. So for me, I have to be careful about that. But for someone that's just starting out or someone that's trying to, maintain a certain regimen, I would just say just keep it balanced as possible. That's all. Mm-hmm.
So, Coach, what if I'm big boned? I'm just
On big bones. Now listen. So when I no, and I get that a lot. So when I was pregnant with my second child, he was 10 pounds, 1.4 ounces, 23 and a half inches long. And I had him natural. So I had to take a breath, I had to think about it. My point is saying that I got up to 205, 205, 207, something like that. I was big boned, right? And so what I did was to lose that was I did a lot of cardio, right? But with that cardio, I just did a lot of smoothies and I did a lot of, at the time I was eating salmon. So I did a lot of salmon and I did a lot of spinach, right? And egg whites. And I had to get my protein back up, right? So that was the salmon and the egg whites and all things beans and all things mixed nuts and things of that nature. So there is a way to eat, because I was also nursing, but I wanted to lose weight. So there's a way to eat healthy, but also lose weight. And I think that, like we talked about earlier, sometimes it gets a little twisted because we think we only have to eat a certain amount of food or a certain type of food in order to lose weight. But that's not the case.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
nice. I like salmon. I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
And the smoothie, you always make it sound so easy. Just put this in, and put this in, and
I think sometimes we can make it complicated at certain times, but it really is, as long as you're getting those vitamins and nutrients, you're good, So one of my favorite ones to make, I love pineapple. So I'll do pineapple, spinach, lemon juice, water, and I'll add a few blueberries, and that's it. But you're getting all of your vitamin, the vitamins and nutrients, vitamin A, K, vitamin C, the vitamins that you need. So that's my thing. Like, we can't overcomplicate it, because then it makes us not want to do it. You know what I mean? So
how often do you see that though? Like people who say, I'm going to lose weight, I'm about to go work out like 3 times a day, and I'm going to eat grass. And like, how often do you see that?
You know what? I had a situation with one of my clients like that. And so what she ended up doing was, before she and I really talked about it and had a consultation, she threw out everything in her refrigerator. She was like, I'm going to work out. And I was like, no, wait a second now. Let me give you some advice and some guidance. So that way you're not overwhelmed, because what happens is when you become overwhelmed, you don't want to do it. And then you revert back to not only your old habits, but doing worse than you were. Right. So because you have this I don't care mindset. Oh, forget about it then. It's not going to happen for me. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not strong enough to do it, or whatever the mindset may be, which goes back to making sure that our mindset is in the right place. So
another thing that you're saying that's making me, what I'm thinking about is creating habits.
yes.
Right now, we already are in a habit of doing stuff. And so if we could slowly start creating the habit of eating something healthy in the morning, or
Absolutely.
that kind of thing, just a habit of it, I think the chances of us continuing on with it is better. But if we're just like, okay, I'm gonna clean out my refrigerator, I'm cleaning out my cabinet, I'm working out 3 times a day, and then that lasts until lunch.
Say that. Yes. Yes. And that's very true. And that those helpful habits are extremely important. And so what happens is your body begins to acquiesce to those helpful habits. And, I'm working with my kids right now because they love sugar. Of course, all kids do, right? And so I'm limiting them to a certain amount of sugar a week, right? And so they went from, mommy, I just need sugar, like, because we know sugar is addictive, right? Same thing with adults, works the same way in our bodies. And so that being said, we have to understand that those helpful habits are extremely important because your body begins to acquiesce to those helpful habits. And that's important. So if you start eating healthier, your body will crave the healthy versus the non-healthy. Yeah.
And I would say to anybody who is on this journey, be patient with yourself.
Be patient. Give yourself grace.
Oh my God.
I promise you need grace.
Yeah.
Yes.
This reminds me of a song, We Fall Down. Donnie McClurkin did it. We fall down, but we get up.
Yes.
We fall down, but we get up.
Yes.
We fall down, but we get. So you're gonna fall down. You're gonna mess up.
Absolutely.
Get back up again. Don't stay down there. Well, I might as well eat the whole pie now.
Right. Right. Listen, it's happened to me before. I did it. I've done a detox and felt so great. And then I went to a kid's birthday party and they had all these sugary snacks.
Yeah.
And I ate it and I was just like, well, let me just eat 2 more. And because that's what sugar does to you, it's like addictive, like more, give me more.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting sick, like literally sick.
Yeah.
Because my body had already, it wasn't used to all of that sugar.
Yeah.
So I had to give myself grace, to your point, Betty. You have to give yourself grace and be able to just work with yourself and say, you know what, it's okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Speaking of mindset too, the way we talk to ourselves.
Oh my God. Yes.
You messed up. You ate more shit.
Right.
And how we talk to ourselves too, because we wouldn't
absolutely
be a good friend that way.
Very true.
How we talk. So we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, you got something special for us.
Listen, if you want a little bit extra, get some cans. Like just some regular old cans, like a can of corn, like just 2 cans.
Okay.
So cans can add to your workout because they're almost 1 pound each. So just saying, if you want to add a little bit to your workout, get some cans.
All right, go grab your cans, everybody. We see you after the break.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Roxanne, and today I'm making a fancy mango berry smoothie. I got this idea because I've been attending some virtual happy hours and I was thinking to myself, what are some things that I can do with my food to make it a little more fun while I'm at home, because I'm also practicing social distancing like you all may be as well. So I'm using a frozen fruit mix that I got from the store. It's a mixture of mango, blueberry, and strawberries. And I'm going to use that in this smoothie. And I'm using 3 cups of that. I'm also going to use a cup of milk, and you can use whatever kind of milk that you'd like. I'm using a vanilla flavored cashew milk that's unsweetened. And then you can also use some flaxseed. Flaxseed is high in fiber, so you may want to go light on the flaxseed, maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons. I'm using a little bit more, like around 3, because I'm used to eating it. Also, flaxseed comes in a ground form as well, and you may want to use that if you don't want the grittier taste. I happen to like the crunch of the seeds myself, so I'm actually using the whole seeds. So once you have your ingredients together, all we're going to do is throw that all into our blender. So I'm throwing my milk and flax seeds in, and then adding in my fruit on top, and then we're just going to go ahead and blend that all together. Once you blended it together, and here's the fancy part, we're going to grab a wine glass. So grab your favorite wine glass or just fancy cup or whatever it may be, and we're going to put in this smoothie mixture in there. And it should come out pretty thick if you use the similar measurements. And so we're going to go ahead and scoop that into our glass. And once it's in there, just to add another little touch of fanciness to it, I'm adding some dark chocolate chips to the top of my smoothie. And so those are cool because it looks cute on top, and then also it's like a nice little surprise once you start eating it. And the dark chocolate is going to be mild, and because it's going to marry to those berries a little well, it won't come off too harsh or too much of a different taste. So once you have that in there, you put your scoop, you add your spoon in, and then you're good to go. So Give it a try and let me know what you think. I really love the nutty flavor of the flaxseed mixed with the punch of those berries and mango, and just that surprise of the chocolate sprinkle. So give it a try, let me know what you think, and until next time.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back. And we told you to get ready, so hopefully you are ready to join us. You were supposed to get your 2 cans like this. Get your 2 cans, and Coach AP is going to lead us through some very simple movements. So if you are brand new, just getting off the couch, this will be easy for you to do. If you are experienced and you're out there doing it, this will be a refresher for you. So we're going to invite you just to join us, and she's going to lead us through some exercise. All right, here we go.
I love it. Thank you so much, Betty. So listen, so one thing I want to talk about before we actually get started with the exercise is water, right? And just the intake that we need to drink on a daily basis, which is so important and vital for hydration. Right. So you want to do at least half your body weight of water in ounces a day. So for example, if you weigh 150, you should be doing at least 75 ounces a day of water. This is 75 ounces. So I drink one of these a day. Okay. So just something to be mindful about, because as we know, water is so vital, to our health, to our overall health. All right. Y'all ready? Ready, ladies and gents, and whoever else is watching this. All right, listen. A few things to remember. Hands overhead burns more calories. That's number 1. Number 2, on your squats, make sure that your knees are in line with your second and third toe. Okay. Knee alignment is important. That protects your knees and also your lower back. All right. Number 3, make sure that you keep your core engaged. What does that mean? That means that you want to suck it in towards your spine. Okay, so you should feel your core nice and tight the entire time we're doing these exercises. All right, so that helps to engage the core, and also helps for you to just stay focused and leveled, right? Because that's so important. Okay, y'all ready? We ready? Ready? Hey, let's go. We're going to start off nice and easy with a warm. We're going to take 2 steps to the side. Step, step, step and tap. Step, step and tap. Step, step and tap. Step, step. Now your option for this is a basic march, right? Step, step and tap. Step, step and tap. Hold here, march in place. March in place, right? We're going to lift those arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to keep marching and raise the roof. Are we ready? Let's go. Up. Hey. Uh-oh. We got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap to the side. Tap, 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 tap. Core tight. Nice long spine. Chin lifted. Hey, arms at 'em. Good. Nice and easy. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Change is coming. Hold it here. Knee to elbow, or elbow to knee. So you're going to do opposite side, opposite, tap. Now your option, nice and easy. Boom and boom. Boom, tap that toe or pick it up. Let's go. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Guess what? Switch sides. Go. There we go. That core stays nice and tight. Nice long spine. Guess what? What? 8 more. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Back to the march. March, breathe.
I felt that.
March and breathe. March and breathe. I am starting to sweat, okay? My baby hairs are sweating right now, okay? Listen, I want you to drop into a squat for me. Keep the cans lifted. Pull back. You're going to squat down, nice and easy. When you come up, you're going to squeeze your glutes, nice soft knees, okay? So your tushy goes to the back, as my daughter calls it, the tushy. Your glutes go to the back. All right, your glutes all the way to the back as if you're sitting in a chair. You squeeze up, breathe easy. Now, if you want more, those cans can slightly come back into a tricep kickback. So you lean forward and push back. or not. It's up to you.
You can feel
Just
this.
keep moving. Squeeze. Let's hit this one with 4 more. Here we go. Let's go. 4, 3. You guys are doing amazing. 2. Change is coming. And 1. You're going to hold the squat in a pulse. Right here. Hold squat pulse. Right? Watch me here. Pulse down. Right here. Stay here. Hands come out to the front. 4, 3, 2. Watch me here. Open up. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. You got it. Your option with no cans is simply 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back. Let's do some prayer hands in between. We need the prayers. Come on.
Help me, Jesus.
Good. We have 1 more set. Come on, y'all. We got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. Hold it. Do nothing but breathe and hold right here, right now. Core tight, long spine, chin lifted. Breathe. Can you drop a little bit lower? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We got it. 8, 7, 6, 5. Core tight. 2, 1. Release. Woohoo! How you doing, y'all? Excellent.
So for uniquely beautiful you,
Yes.
do you do this virtually for clients?
I do. Absolutely. Yes.
Nice.
It's a part of my U.B.U Wellness Oasis. That's the title and the term that I like to use for my space. And I have some other ventures that will be happening very soon in the future. But yes, it's a space for us to come together as women to be our best selves by making positive lifestyle choices for the mind, body, and spirit. So absolutely.
This was really good, Coach AP.
Thank you.
I gotta kneel down because my
Thank you so much. And so we do a lot of other types of genres of workouts as well and fitness regimens. So there's Zumba, there's cardio kickbox. I have my own fitness regimen called U.B.U Fitness Fusion, which is an eclectic mix of dance, cardio, and also cardio kickboxing inspired with an inspired cool down meditation type of cool down. So
I love it.
It's nice, if I may say so myself.
That's really good. What'd you think, Roxanne?
This was a serious workout for I don't know how many minutes you were working.
I'm sweating. Like literally, I was like sweating.
You may not it's here. It's here.
Yeah, this was good. So why don't you tell our listeners where they can find you, your social medias?
Sure, absolutely. So I am on Facebook as well as Instagram, and I am under A.P. Alston, along with Uniquely Beautiful You Wellness Oasis on both of those platforms for Instagram and Facebook. And my website is www.ubuandloveit.com. www.ubuandloveit.com.
Good. It was so good having you.
Thank you, ladies, so much.
Now, Roxy, you feel this in the morning? Oh, I'm sorry. Are we going to feel this in the morning?
Yes, absolutely. If you dug deep into those legs on those squats, you will definitely feel it in the morning. Absolutely. And you know what, too, ladies? This is something that you can do. Like, let's say you're watching a movie or TV and you just want to take a break for, let's say, 2 minutes, right? You can get up from the couch or get up from, your lounge seat and do some of these exercises and then sit right back down and watch your movie. So these are basic things that you can do, which really targets the whole body, right? Everything that we did is a full body workout, right?
Nice.
So
this has been fantastic. Roxy, where can they follow us?
Sure, you guys can follow us at Chat and Chew Show. We are on Instagram and Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, click the subscribe button wherever you are, like, comment, and share, and then hit the little bell if you want to get notified if we have new episodes. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, ladies. Thank you.
This episode is brought to you by the Chat and Chew Company. Host, Betty Jones. Co-host, Roxanne Brew. Producer, Vanessa Outland. And music by Elwood Jones.